Peace and blessings to the chosen, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim pushing his truth with sincerity and charity. I'm the brother Yalad, and I was found myself scrolling through the internet, and I found something as a historical thing that happened in World War II often, and it became a thing, a trend, and it's pretty awful. But you had a lot of soldiers that and they were mostly usually infantrymen, and as the meme shows here, it says, "Man, I sure do love my girlfriend. Her letters keep me in the hells that the war in Europe has brought me. I'm about to read one of her letters. Now I want to read her affectionate greetings." The letter starts with "Dear John," and the dude literally just balls up like it's over. So the "Dear John" letter, to explain it to you, is the reason why I'm gonna start off this scripture, all right, and here's the breakdown on that. But 2 Timothy 2:4, it says, "No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who had chosen him to be a good soldier," to be a soldier, right? And I see why the Apostle Gabar, he made a list one time, and you talked about keeping your life simple and things that you're going to do in this truth as you continue to grow. And one of those things on the list was forget about having a girlfriend. Just forget about it. Now, granted, disclaimer, there are brothers that have wives, but the scriptures tell us to be as though we had none, right? And that don't mean divorce. That don't mean leave your woman. You don't leave your woman. You just got to focus on the Lord, right? Focus on the ministry. But this right here, this has, I'm imagining how many millions of lives was destroyed by this, because it's usually a letter sent to a man in the field of active combat and war, and at the lowest moment, when they looking for a little joy or a little hope, they get this letter that's telling them that their partner has moved on, that the woman at home their cheeks is getting, clapped by somebody else. Basically, their donuts is getting glazed by somebody else, and their toasty strudels is getting iced by somebody else, and it's coming from the woman that they thought was going to send them a letter to uplift their spirit, to increase their moral on the battlefield. And this crushes them. It crushes them. Proverbs 18:14, it says, the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear. And that's it. It's like he said, he's screwed. Like, that was his only hope. So now that his spirit is wounded, hey, he a glutton for punishment now. He's looking for the first fire to jump into. And that's why Wisdom of Solomon 9:14 says, "For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain." So you put hope in anything in this world, right? You put hope in anything that ain't of the Lord, anything that ain't of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, your device gonna be uncertain, and you're gonna go into something, you're gonna do something, right, to yourself, and end up hurting yourself on accident or on purpose. And this is what's gonna happen, because everything on this side will perish, guaranteed, without a doubt. Nothing in this world lasts forever. The Lord has control over everything. Seek the Lord first. Now, granted, these were men at war, and I imagine their circumstances may be a bit different, but the comparison is there. This can be edifying because that's all they had hope in, right? Don't have hope in this world. Have hope in the Lord. Have hope in the Redeemer, Yahweh Shai, our Redeemer. Seeing that our people are coming back to learning who they are, where they're coming from, learning who their enemy is. Seeing the flesh get put back on the bones. Can these dry bones live? Absolutely. Now, that's a beautiful thing to think about. Think about that. You think about the things that you don't have or putting hope into something else. 2nd Ezra 14:14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. And that's weak nature, right? It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. So we hasten for the true kingdom of the Lord to come, where therein there is righteousness, where you don't have to worry about these things. Because guess what? If you don't trust in the Lord, believe in the Lord, right? This is what you got to look for, right? And this was happening to European troops, European infantry. They wives was getting taken back at home by other men's, right? So, but this curse in Amos 7:17 was really for our people, the true Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is what we are to go to, because it says Israel will be basically taken out of their land. Israel will be put forth out of his land. So this is Amos 7:17. Thus forth saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and daughters shall fall by the sword. Sword is any form of violence. A sword can be a gun. It can be a bomb. It can be a missile, right? It can be any form of violence or machine that commits violence, right? It says, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land, and his land is very polluted. But this is what you have to look forward to in this world, right? Your sons and daughters becoming moles, hopping on OnlyFans, right? This is destroyed basically. Oh, good Lord. That's what you got to look forward to in this world. But with the Lord, there is hope, right? With the Lord, there, it says, let me see if I can grab that scripture. Second Ezra 7:18. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things, and hope for the wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. So we know, we believe, right, that the kingdom is coming, and there will be fairness and righteousness and true justice on the earth. But as for now, it is not justice on the earth. It is not righteousness, but wickedness. It is defraudment every day. Every day you work, and 30% of your check goes to these devils, right? It's complete robbery, and they're murdering you. Because whoever defraud a man of wages is a murderer. It's a bloodshedder. It says that in the scriptures. I ain't gonna get it. You look it up. But, yeah. It says, if you defraud a man by your wages, you shedding them of their blood. 30% of your check, half your check, man. And that's just one thing they doing to you in this world. The madness that goes on here among the citizens of America is very unconstitutional. It's very unrighteous. And if you give your mind over to something of this world and hope that the woman is gonna save you, and hope that something else is gonna deliver you. You got a lot of people that got faith in their guns, and in that day they gun gonna jam, or they gun gonna get turned the other way by somebody else upon them, right? They building they bunkers, and they building at collecting all these canned goods and bags of beans and rice, and they probably won't even make it to the bunker when they actually need it. Or if they do make it, they get bit by a black widow spider or something happen to them. They have a heart attack, cardiac arrest is the end of their plan, and all that food and stuff they stocked up don't mean nothing for them. It goes to somebody else. All them plans and stuff you can make, it's all worldly. I'm not saying you can't make plans. It's good to make plans, but the Lord gonna laugh at it anyway, because if it ain't according to His plan, it ain't gonna ride. That don't mean you sit there and don't do nothing. That don't mean you don't sit there and make motion. But faith without works is dead. Work without faith is you have to have both. And these people of the world, they don't have faith in the Lord. They got faith in their guns. They got faith in their politics. The red versus the blue is going on a lot right now with current situations. I won't say too much about it, but it definitely is a spirit of potential civil war right around the corner. You got your faith in Trump? You kidding me? You gonna be depressed. Trump is laughing to the bank while you getting robbed unconstitutionally. Your rights are being taken from you. Nevertheless, hopefully this was edifying. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Shalom.